So right now on the news, a bunch of Redditors are talking about another potential short squeeze, but I think they have the wrong commodity uh, for the short squeeze. So I want to invite all of you guys to join me. We're gonna go Black Friday shopping for Bismuth this Black Friday. Let's bring out some historical context. 55 years ago, or about 55 years ago, France caused a huge problem when Charles de Gaulle tried to redeem France's holdings of U.S. dollars for gold. Right at the time, the dollar was still backed by gold at a ratio of $35 an ounce. And you got to remember, during the post-war period, the U.S. dollar was a reserve currency. We were printing a lot of it to fund the Guns and Butters program, and a lot of countries were trading in their gold for U.S. dollars because they could earn a return on it. Even though we were printing a lot more U.S. dollars than the supply of gold was growing, right? Now, how does that relate to what's going on today? Well, right now, believe it or not, these two metals are almost as equally rare in the ground. But for some reason, China is busy mining that, and they're trading about a ton of this stuff for only 4 ounces of that. Only because this is a world reserve currency right now. It's literally the same thing that happened in the 1970s. At some point, all of these countries who have been hoarding reserve currencies will need actual resources to, especially if we're going to go into a post scarcity. And you got to remember why this has value. We're in a scarcity environment where you need this to buy stuff, right? In a post scarcity environment, you actually need this to build stuff that generates the post scarcity environment, right? And I would point that out. So join me if we all buy. I did a calculation one time. There is only about 2 ounces of bismuth per capita in the world, right? Right now, at a cost of less than $1. Even if you live on $2 a day, between now and Black Friday, you can probably save up $1 to buy bismuth, right? If I could reach everybody in the world, that is, right? Um, and even if even how many people invest in gold around the world? Or we could probably take a look at that number. The amount of bismuth that each one of these investors has to buy to Hunt Brothers, the bismuth market, is almost nothing. Let's see. Percent of U.S. citizens that own gold. It is about 11.6% own silver, 10.8% own gold. So we'll call it 30 million people. Right now, the world supply of bismuth is only 300,000 tons, I believe. 300,000 times 2,000 pounds in a ton divided by, we each need to buy 20 pounds of bismuth, which I don't even bother buying 20 pounds at a time, right? I usually buy at least 100 pounds at a time, right? But we all need to buy, every one of us who has already bought gold and silver, if you could buy gold and silver, you could afford 20 pounds of bismuth. It wouldn't even register on your budget, right? So join me this Black Friday. So instead of a big screen TV, think about how much bismuth you could be buying, right? You could buy so much bismuth that these big screen TV companies won't even be able to produce big screen TVs anymore, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.